to Lizzie's Farm Kitchen and week 8 of the co-op. Okay, so today I've got some stuff for you and I think you're going to love it. I'm going to make a few things, and the first thing I'm going to make is a really delicious recipe with kale, and it's a sesame kale recipe. I've got the pan heating up already. You should preheat your pan, people, if you didn't know that. Put some olive oil in there, and put some garlic in there. Ooh, it's a little bit high. We're just going to let the olive oil and the garlic heat up for just about 30 seconds because you don't want your garlic to burn. And I've already got my kale prepared the way I showed you, where you strip the leaves. I'll do it for you again. We'll just put that in there. Let that set for a minute. Actually, we want to stir it up a little bit because all that garlic, there's way too much here. I'm just going to take some out. All that garlic is on the bottom. It will burn. You don't want your garlic to burn because that'll be not yummy. Okay. So this is how we do our kale. I told you this the first week, but you just strip it like that. Get rid of that hard stem and chop, chop, chop. That's it, and then you're done. Okay, while that's cooking, I'm going to talk about a couple other things. And I keep forgetting that I wanted to show you this book. It's called Wild Fermentation by Sandor Katz, and he's got a website. And when we made the sauerkraut that week, this is where I got the recipe. I've actually taken his workshops, and a really good basic fermentation book. He's got about 3 or 4 books, but this is a really good one. It's the first one. Okay, the other thing we're going to make, or I already made it this morning, is sauteed zucchini. And again, I was like, zucchini, zucchini. I got online, I'm looking for all these fancy recipes, and I'm like, stop the presses. We want easy, good, and delicious. So I just sauteed that in garlic and olive oil, and probably the best part of this is going to be these little garlic pieces. So I just sliced them up like this. I just took the zucchini, and then I just cut them in strips like that. It was so easy, like that. Threw them in the garlic oil, browned it, and then just take your, if you don't have one of these, you should get one, salt pig. A little bit of salt. And Parmesan. I just get this Parmesan from the co-op. It's not real Parmesan. If you want real Parmesan, I think they have it at the Road Creamery if you've ever been to their store. But it's expensive, but it is delicious. And there you have it. I bet it's going to be so good. Yep, all right. Fabulous. Okay, I'm going to keep cooking this sesame kale. If it takes too long, sometimes kale takes a while, you can just crank it up, put a little water in it, and you can put a lid on it. Okay, on to the next thing. The other thing we're going to make today is potatoes for the grill, especially when it's so hot outside. This is a nice thing to do. You just take your foil, and you slice your potatoes, put them in there with some olive oil, and then maybe you could take an onion from the box, slice it nice and thin, put that on there, right? You could throw some garlic in there. Any herbs you have, I have, this is just a sprig of oregano from my garden, but you could use basil from the box or any other herbs. Strip it, throw it in. Get some salt from your salt pig. Throw it on. This foil actually is this heavy duty foil. So if I don't have the heavy duty foil, I use 2 layers. Kind of waste foil, but it's kind of nice when it's so hot out to not use your oven. And it actually takes longer than you think. So you put it on the grill right when you get started, and then you flip it a couple times, and my kids love it. Super easy. Okay, and let's check on our sesame kale here. It's going to be super good. Okay, it's almost done. Just crank it up. What I want to say to you is I read many years ago that you don't cook with sesame oil. I don't know why. I think it's not a high heat oil, so, and that might not be so. And just put a little sesame oil on right at the end. Stir it up. Put it in your bowl. Oh my God, it's going to be so good. It's so easy. If you want to get super duper fancy, put some sesame seeds on it, and then you'll look like a real pro like me. Hear my teenager snickering in the background. And that's it. We're done. but it's good. Let's see. So easy and delicious. Need salt. The end.